So for this next movement, I use this clinically very often. Pretty much everybody that comes through with some sort of a lower body issue or a lower back pain issue, I have them go through this specific test because I use it as an assessment to figure out if they have any sort of an asymmetry or if they have a lack of ability to maintain their pelvis once their hip is extended, okay? And also can see if they can even extend their hip in this sort of a position. So I'm gonna take Derek through this. I'll kind of talk through how and what I'm looking for. And if you're good with this one at home, you can actually do this as a little bit of a self-assessment too. You don't need to work with somebody else to kind of bring you through this, but we'll go through that right now. Derek's laying flat here. I'm gonna have him actually bring his knees together and his feet together. His knees are gonna be flexed to about 90 degrees. I want your arms straight up to the ceiling, so he's right here, okay? From this position, I'm gonna give him a couple of cues. My first cue for him, Derek, I just want you to pelvic tilt. Squeeze those lower abdominals into the table. Make sure he can still breathe, okay? He's gonna keep that sort of a contraction. The next thing I'm gonna have him do is I want him to lift his pelvis up off the table. So now that his pelvis is off the table, I'm looking to see, can he even get to neutral hip extension? Shoulders, hips, knees. That's the line I'm looking for right here to see if you can even get to a neutral position, okay? Now from here, Derek, I want you to try to make sure that you don't lose this position for your pelvis, and you're just gonna gently kick one foot out and try to hold it as long as you can. So immediately, once he goes from 2 to 1, this leg, his stance leg, has to work incredibly hard to maintain a level pelvis. Not only some of these muscles in his hamstring and his glute, but a lot of the muscles around his abdominals on both sides have to maintain a level pelvis. And he's working pretty hard here. You still breathing, Derek? You doing okay? Yeah. He's actually doing this very, very well. I'm gonna have him basically hold this as long as he can until this either cramps up, he can't maintain a neutral hip, or his hips start to really drop. And he's doing a good job. If you're doing this at home, one really good cue to use is to put either your hands here or a hockey stick or a broom straight across your pelvis, just like this, kind of lengthwise, just to see if your pelvis does drop. It gives you a little bit more information. You doing okay? You just showing off right now? Oh,
no, don't drop it.
All right, let's bring this leg down. That was really good. Just for reference, okay? Through the Titleist Performance Institute, they do this test and assessment on every single golfer that comes through. The guys that are on the Pro Tour right now, they usually can hold that position for at least 15 seconds on one side, okay? That was over 15 seconds. That looked really good. How did that feel?
That's my good leg.
That's his good leg. All right, we start off with a good one. We're gonna switch to the other leg. Now after he resets, let him kind of relax a little bit. Hopefully this muscle group back here isn't hurting too bad, but we're gonna try the other side and just see if there's a difference between left and right. And he's already kind of told us there is, but we'll see how it looks. Let's get the arms up. Awesome, so go ahead, pelvic tilt. Good, lift the hips up off the table. Now pay attention to this right here. Go ahead and extend this left knee. And he's still breathing. Initially, that pelvis will drop a little bit. Sometimes if they're strong enough, they can contract, pull back up, and keep that level pelvis. And then I'm just looking to see how much he's straining right here. His right leg is on fire. I can feel it on the table, really working hard right here. And it's shaking a little bit, and he's doing all right. And you can see from this side it's dropping. So he can't keep, this side of his abdominal wall cannot maintain that position for his pelvis. And he's really working hard here to keep this position. And his leg shaking. He's go ahead and relax down, that's fine. So there you have it. That's a pretty simple way to assess whether or not you have an asymmetry on one side of your body when it pertains to keeping your pelvis level, as in walking, going up and down the stairs. Anytime you're going from one foot to the other, you need to keep a level pelvis. It's a great way to find out if you can do that.